It was a Kennedy Akufo Agyapong versus Anas Aremeyaw Anas. Obakaya last year muhono High Court the ruling be by Emmanuel Court in favor of Kennedy Akufo Agyapong. When Anas say on ten say ma or the Assembly Eco Supreme Court ruling about wanting Kennedy Akufo Agyapong way a exclusive wakasa on that ruling. What is the next move? When a Blakk Rasta, Kuchoko legend, or the Wiggalai, I was a Katie Hammond war here or Montagano, what to be Amananado down qua Akufo Addo, ever damn. You will find out. Masrawa, so the share video with me, Eddie Kojo Black, who was US, Canada, and I say UK. Any part of the world I will be able to me as Sendiska from the EBPMO, Ewa Ghana, and it's Masrawa. Woko App Store any place to Albania AfriX mobile money app nibi a download it. Now Shannon say omu rate no air strong. Any ji somewhere sign what hone say. What sign up with the promo code TRENDSGHR or more actually strong kra amount. And on say well first transaction I will buy no unya a bonus of $20 for free or body acho because what signing up with the promo code TRENDSGHR. And it's mashawa so be sa. Amame. It was after the Yambore Seminum Kennedy Akufo Agyapong and Anas Aremeyaw Anas Obakaya somewhere 2018 Kennedy Akufo Agyapong or the semi betuga Anas or Chimo no the ndaboendre so and some Kennedy Akufo Agyapong or kan ye say Anas Aremeyaw Anas or ye blackmailer or ye corrupt or ye extortionist or sound so ye evil because Anas sania operating no ebusua ehu ye pa no Kennedy Akufo Agyapong evidence are all one. So the Chagana for you who a big dream. Anas what's in some way na Kennedy Akufo Agyapong can no nebo anjo so I on or the Assembly Court High Court. Jaja what's na Assembly so justice ban ochemu say. And some Kennedy Akufo Agyapong or can you na no odika eniti Anas na samano wabwegu. Na we ene busua judge no crown or ti Assembly so no ochiremu say Anas sania oye ne dwuma no mami quoted or say this is not investigative journalism. It is investigative terrorism. Not just say what describing Anas ni dwuma no ye say or terrorist. Ehuye. Anas ruling we no nebo anjo so. Na the osan tam Assembly so or the court kese Supreme Court. When the Supreme Court tina Assembly so no say Debi Anas somehow walk can say court ye no we dey basra wa sesa wo book. Wo no we wo lawyer ni na mo free court yanko Assembly no ya to achine. And the Kennedy said, Mr. Showdown, I'm ready to speak. Kennedy is somehow can watch you evidence on well. And that's not no.
Judge, ruling, the description of the man is based on the evidence that I gave. Empirical evidence with videos. Our me. No say, Cratchy, Nejima, and Sunny. What is it? One thing was, the court Supreme Court. Senka, Omu.
They say we share as a Supreme Court debate near one Casasani CEO.
Oh, but I'm just cool about it. If he say judge is not Casa, near so to no see a fine, on to no see no see over Sako be more. In fact, me evidence don't come more.
Eh.
Oh, maybe, yeah, and that's evidence. Me walk pen drive where my children plastic a musa. Bibri.
And that's who evidence.
Oh, Bibri.
Wow.
Bibri. I'm coming to me back. But then say, initially, I saw back around here, Pipri, and why I'm probably Brianco. Oh, the Americans say Ghana for Mummy Yaku drew baby or mine, do no. A hunu, a Shagana for Mundo. And moment to be Casa. I mean, we should be bold to speak the truth. And that will help the country. Now, be any monocre. And so, yes, when every Omo can yefi, Omo man no creman. Omo sako jina baby. No more complaining, so mine more. I think, say, Mummy and Canocre, mine more, dear Canocre, or mine we are Canocre. Oh, yes,
that was. I'm not going to point, but that was passing that to Chinko.
Yamisha,
Kennedy Akufo Agyapong way a reaction on a second defeat. Ama Anas Aremeyaw Anas. Now you call Blakk Rasta akache. Blakk Rasta they will be like because Obakaya and drop medicate Hammond video be ebrewo. we ye bra Ahmadiyya Muslim mission omo bepiem wo Ghana omo 100 years anniversary omo de omo celebrate Dr. Bawumia kopiem wo na Katie Hammond or ya de bi kra leader of Ahmadiyya no kra no ne bo andwe so
ayasem no kitwa bi ami wa kan nyina wie but bibi kakra ka wa tiri na mede so ansa na vice president of Abakasa already the vice president of the Republic of Ghana wan Fabian Sodo the president of the Republic of Ghana was January 2025 president of Ghana 2025 Mr. current vice president, president to be, you are invited. Oh, yeah, yeah, ready. Oh, see, yeah, ready. Madam, 1 second.
1 minute. Your Excellency, I'm the moderator. My senior brother, Honorable, took the ring out of me. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community completely disown the statement that the Honorable Katie Hammond has made. He has expressed his own desires, political desire. Our desire is that leader who will lead Ghana once more into its position in the Committee of Nations so that we can command that respect which Ghana is known for. That is the leader we praying to Allah, that Allah Ta'ala should give us that kind of leader. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Hey, what's it? Oh, he now got Nanto. So obviously,
Katie Hammond yawo we and order ma Dr. Bawumia. Nano na Ghana fu bebre na no mwe twabo. Eye Katie Hammond. Mara mu komnyim fantin de Katie. Meye easy anye ye. Next time man yet the mazibio. When a Blakk Rasta Kotoko legend on the say kai homaye hamamara me ose ade na afa na sa kom. Nia Katie Hammond ye no obebo ni tuja gumbe level.
Such childishness, such disrespect for religion, the Ahmadiyya mission, and the Ahmadis have always stayed away from politics. They are a very decent people. They do not want to take sides when it comes to politics. Katie Hammond decided to use an Ahmadiyya event to introduce Bawumia as the next president. What a joker. If this was the days of the Pope, they would have excommunicated him or tied him to a cross and burnt him silently into Chichinga. What an insult. Katie Hammond at all, does he pray 5 times a day? Does he know what Ahmadiyya really stands for? I am so ashamed. This is the first time such a canker is visited on Ahmadiyya on our soil. What a shame. Can you do this in the Catholic Church? You pick up the microphone and introduce Bawumia as the next president of Ghana. Well, by their fruits, they shall be known.
Blakk Rasta si onweye. Nana Adodankwa Akufo Addo obakaya. 3 days ago, time one or the State of the Nation address, essentially, or we say, or bayan sachraye bi when it comes to Kumasi Airport, NAFI, Tamale Airport. Nina say, Kumasi Airport, or the beto, Nana Agyapong Prempe, the first. NAFI, Tamale Airport, or the beto, Al Hassan Yakubu Tali. When a Blakk Rasta say, oh, Nana dosa, Sana obeye. Al Hassan Yakubu Tali wunimuno ewo den kwaso. It will shock you.
I think that Nana Akufo Addo is a very disgraceful president. I think that Nana Akufo Addo is a shameless president. And I'm not just throwing away words. Every time this man speaks, I lose respect for him. Geometrically. Do they know history? Do they study history at all? Why is the Kumasi Airport going to be named after Prempe the First? There's a good reason. He was a king of the Ashantis, right? He represented Ashanti region. He represented the Ashantis. He defended the golden stool to the point that he laid down his own life in honor of Okomfo Anoche and the great people of Ashanti. They carried him all the way into exile in 1896. They took him all the way to Mahe, the capital of the Seychelles Island. There they humiliated him and pummeled him into submission when he returned. All these years, the Ashanti kingdom had no king. They waited for their king. The king returned with a new name. He had become a Christian, and he was now going about preaching the Bible. That was a great man. He was there when Ya Asantua was also carried all the way into Mai in the Seychelles Island. When an airport is named after such a man, my brother, my sister, we can only stand aside and applaud and say, yes, one of our greatest heroes has been slapped on our airport. Talking about airports, why is Kotoka's name still on the biggest airport right here in Ghana? If it is not shameless politicians who do not know history or are not in respect of history. My brother, my sister, they are not respecting history. How do you name a whole edifice, a very beautiful such edifice, after a coup maker, a man who toppled the constitution of this nation, a man who decided to kick out one of our most famous sons of the land? Today we all are crying that we want to see Kwame Nkrumah's ghost again. But the man who took away Kwame Nkrumah has been honored with an airport. Mr. President is not thinking about renaming that one. After all, Kotoka defeated their enemy. Kwame Nkrumah has always been an enemy to these people. The UP tradition. Therefore, anybody who is an enemy to Kwame Nkrumah is their friend. Les ennemis de mes ennemis sont mes frères. My brother, my sister, that is what is happening right now. Now, let me come to the Tamale airport. Who was Yakubu Alassane Tali? He came all the way from Tali, a few kilometers away from Tamale. He was born in 1916, 7 years after Kwame Nkrumah was born. Who was he? He was one of the founders of the NPP, Northern People's Party. Yakubu Tali was a man who defended his party, which later became part of today's NPP through the UP tradition. We still remember Dombo. Now, do you remember that Hammond Akufo Addo has just named a university after Dombo? Are you aware that, my brother, my sister, they are all looking forward to naming almost all the beautiful edifices after their UP tradition heroes? They are not thinking about Ghana anymore. My brother, my sister, I have no problem with Yakubu Tali. My problem is that they are awarding themselves. Why would Nana Akufo Addo be so busy going around honoring people of the UP tradition with national embolisms? Yakubu Tali became the ambassador to Nigeria in 1965 under Kwame Nkrumah. A year later, Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown. Could he be one of the people against Kwame Nkrumah? When Kwame Nkrumah became president, he tried to bring an all-inclusive government into being. The Northern People's Party, he decided to bring together. And all the people of the North and the Ever people, all of them should be part of Ghana. We all remember that in that plebiscite, right? At the end of the day, in 1965, when Alassane Yakubu Tali became the ambassador to Nigeria, what happened next? The following year, Nkrumah was overthrown. And all enemies of Nkrumah would have been removed. But he still remained in power. He continued all the way to 1972. That should tell you that he probably was a silent enemy of Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah was all about Ghana. Anybody who was an enemy to Kwame Nkrumah must be an enemy of Ghana. I do not support Alassane Yakubu Tali's name on an airport. Are you short of kings in the north? Would the name of Bewa not be more prominent on that airport? Should we not use the names of kings who even came before? Bewa, Yakubu Tali had the DNA of the UP and the NPP. Presently, his son is the boss of the ADB, Agric Development Bank. He was the chairman, my brother, my sister, of the NPP in Germany. So they are honoring their own people. And it's a shame. If you want to honor them, take them to your headquarters and build statues for them there. Do not ever use national embolisms, national edifices to honor your parochial interest. I leave it here.
Ebusa Blakk Rasta information we na odi ababo nti no de hia na yenim Alhassan Yakubu Tale no sesi ade yenyina na yehu the kind of person na oye ubetu ya kire wadwan ama me e comment section ho ene afi masra wa so we share video we ma foforo so ensa ebeke bi midi e de kojo Blakk makramo
ani ado farity mama sima kakra bi na meni wundi enkomo bi minia sana online mu eyede. This digital marketing ya etwego internet no do bebre nyanko benya hu nyimdi kakra now so you throw on them there businesses bebre aba what scam yene nti isro bi wenwa yempede you take the leap of faith me trap in wo plan no me pede mo just a little overview about this business. Me be share this business anymore. I wasn't that sure say a legit business. Now, so me take it the leap of faith. I was so skeptical. But now, when they make actual, this business, or you legit, sika boom. Me, I'm any worker, say, you're from Sandra. Me, you're Yere. Me, sound so, yeah, digital marketing entrepreneur. Now, so this business, no, there is no experience or qualification needed. Nursing mothers, doctors, nurses. We are 2 to 3 jobs. Part-time, full-time, you can run this business as a side hustle. Just take the leap of faith. My number na itwe go screen no so. For my number na frame me. And also say come website no. Register with any email address. Na me boa wo senya be ya wo so be successful.